Previously, in First Crush. I'm in love with you, Sienna. Before she had the opportunity to say anything, Jake took another step closer. Leaning forwards, he closed his eyes and kissed Sienna on the lips. Sienna pulled away and slapped Jake hard across the face. "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" she yelled furiously. "I'm sorry, Sienna." He turned away, his hands on his hips in frustration. "Actually, no, I'm not," he said, suddenly turning around and kissing her again. Once again, Sienna pulled away and looked at him in shock. "Jake, are you nuts? Sienna, can't you see that I'm in love with you? This is all I've ever wanted. Since I've met you, you're all I've ever wanted." She was speechless and couldn't stop staring at him. She was still trying to get over the shock of his sudden confession. "Please say something," he said. "Jake, this is crazy. You can't be in love with me." "Why, Sienna? Why can't I be in love with you?" "Because, Jake, this is wrong on so many levels. I know you're dating Lukas, but this is what I've been trying to tell you all along. Why is it wrong? Because we're best friends? That's what makes us so fucking perfect for each other." Sienna still hadn't said very much. She'd barely moved since the conversation started. This was what Jake had been fearing. He was certain he was about to lose his best friend. "So, that time when you, me and Ivy were sitting in the living room talking about that girl who you liked? The one who never noticed you? Never knew you liked her? You were talking about me?" "Yes," Jake whispered. Sienna looked at the clock on the wall. Joseph would be there any moment. I can't deal with this right now. I'm sorry, Jake, but I'd like you to get out of my room, please." "Sienna, I said go!" She turned away, avoiding eye contact with him. Jake rolled his hand into a fist and smacked it hard against the wall in anger, making a hole. "Great, now look what you've done," Sienna said. "Sienna, just get out of here, Jake," she yelled. He turned and walked out of her room and heard the door slam shut behind him. Jake went to his room and slammed the door shut hard, causing the framed photo of him and Sienna at last year's work Christmas party to fall onto his bookshelf. It had been hanging on the wall right next to the photo of the three of them at Ivy's birthday party. He picked it up. The glass was broken and the frame slightly dented. "You fucking idiot!" He could hear Sienna banging around in her room. He so badly wanted to go back in there and take back everything he'd said. A couple minutes later, there was a knock on the front door. Jake opened his bedroom door, but before he had the chance to get to the front door, Sienna beat him to it. "Hi, Joseph." "Good evening, Sienna," he replied. "I'll just grab my things." She turned and headed towards her room. Seeing Jake, her face filled with anger, and she walked past him without saying a word. When she emerged with her bags a short while later, Joseph took them from her and placed them into the trunk. "Sienna, please," Jake began, but before he could get another word in, Sienna turned her back, stepped outside, and slammed the door shut behind her. "Good one, moron," Jake said. He sat in the chair in the corner of his room and stared at the wall in front of him. Had he just made the biggest mistake of his life? One thing was certain. Things were never going to be the same between them again. This was not how he'd planned on spending his Christmas Eve. He and Sienna always went to Midtown Manhattan to see the Rockefeller Christmas tree display. After thinking for a few more minutes about what had just occurred, Jake picked up his jacket and headed out the front door. "Are you all right, Sienna?" Joseph asked. "Huh? Oh, yeah, sorry, Joseph. I just have something on my mind." "Well, hopefully Mr. Dark can help take your mind off things." Sienna smiled and looked at Joseph through the rearview mirror. "Joseph?" "Yes, Sienna?" "How long have you been working with Lukas?" she asked, trying to get her mind off Jake. "About a year now. Why do you ask?" "Oh, just wondering," she replied quietly. "Sienna, I may not be Mr. Dark, and I may not know you as well as he does, but you know that you can tell me anything, right?" He looked at Sienna through the mirror, and she acknowledged him with a smile. "Thanks, Joseph, but I'm afraid it's a little complicated," she said. Joseph continued to drive as Sienna's phone alerted her to a text message. She opened it and read the two words on her screen. "I'm sorry." Ignoring the message, she was about to put her phone away when she received a message from Lukas. "Sorry I couldn't pick you up. Was busy doing some last-minute things with the band. See you soon. I love you." A smile swept over her face as she replied, "I love you too. Can't wait to see you." Joseph couldn't help but notice her smile.